It's day 11 of our 30-day decluttering challenge, and today we're tackling your medicine cabinet, wherever you keep first aid, maybe cough syrup, all that type of stuff, or extra products. I pulled mine out because it's a tight squeeze back there. So I'm gonna do this here, but just like every day, it's not about organization. It isn't about transforming this space. It is about finding 5 things in 5 minutes that can go. So set your timer. On your mark, get set, let's declutter. If you have kids, you might have the same situation that I do where there's a ton of empty boxes. So this is the first thing to look for, actual trash. My kids will grab toothpaste and they'll just leave the garbage in there. So I know I can find 5 things immediately. Also Band-Aid, they'll get a Band-Aid, but they'll leave the wrapper in there. So start by looking for trash. This could also be expired medications, expired cough syrup, all that type of stuff really quickly. Then I'm going to take it a step further and ask myself, like, do I really need these things? I have mouth guards that ended up being way too big for me. I know they can go, they're just taking up space. This is such an important space to make sure that you declutter on a regular basis for a couple of reasons. One, when you're not feeling well and you need an aspirin or you need something quick, you don't want to be digging around having to deal with empty boxes and trash. The second thing is you might be taking something that's expired, which can actually make you sick, or it doesn't really work, right? Like if you're taking allergy medication that's expired, it's not going to do anything for your allergies. So take a few minutes and actually go through and let go of the expired stuff and the things you're not using and loving. And I have like so many empty, so much trash, friends. But the other reason I love doing this is because I can really identify right now what we're running out of. We are a big allergy family. We're allergic to outside, pollen, grass, everything. So we're definitely running low on allergy meds, and we only have 1 bottle left of ibuprofen. So just taking inventory as you go through and do a big declutter, and yeah, just making it better. 5 minutes, friends. 5 minutes, that's all you have to do. We're not worried about how we're disposing this stuff. Listen, we are not worried about all that type of stuff. If you have medication, you can drop it off at Shoppers Drug Mart or wherever your pharmacy is, and they can dispose of that stuff properly. Don't overthink it. Just pack it up, put it in your car, and all the other stuff we're just throwing in the trash. We're letting it go because you deserve better. All right, I've spent less than 5 minutes. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about this, friends. Got rid of a ton of stuff, identified things I need to buy. It's not perfect, but it's better. I always want to do the happy dance. I always want to do the happy dance when I make progress. Oh, more trash. I got a big old pile on the floor to go, way more than 5 things. I hope you're feeling motivated and pumped too, and I hope you're seeing that decluttering doesn't have to be overwhelming, or it doesn't have to be time consuming. This is what it's all about. This is the secret between people who have a tidy home all the time and people who struggle with clutter. People who have tidy homes do these little micro decluttering sessions all the time on a regular basis. Is just part of their routine, like doing the dishes or wiping the counter. And you taking part in this challenge, you are making this a habit. You are training your brain to be a person who declutters on a regular basis, and I'm proud of you. And I hope you're proud of yourself. I hope you found lots to go, and come back here tomorrow because we are tackling another space. I'll see you guys then. Hey guys, thanks so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. I kind of have like a, I don't know what you'd call it, like a hobby slash obsession with medical stuff. So first, I'm a hypochondriac. That is true. Second, I'm like obsessed with diagnosing people. And for fun, I just read WebMD and I watch movies or I watch TV shows with like people where you have to diagnose their medical condition. That's literally my favorite thing to do. And in my brain, I would be like an amazing paramedic. Actually, I went and got my certification as a medical first responder because I'm obsessed with all these things like, I think you've got congestive heart failure. I hear a little tickle in your throat. I see edema on your ankles. Definitely you need some fluid pills. Like in my brain, I'm a genius. In real life, anytime my children have ever hurt themselves and need medical attention, this is me. Okay? Milo fell. He was jumping on the couch. He fell off. He hit his table. He hit his face on the table. His teeth were dangling. There's blood everywhere. Am I cool, calm, and collected? No. I'm this. I'm screaming. I called Joe, who was at work at the time. Joe, 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 Joe. Oh my God. He's like, what's going on? Oh my God. Milo's bleeding. He's like, I'm half an hour away. Are you calling me? Does he need an ambulance? No, he just needs someone to put a cold cloth on his face. And Joe's like, that would be you. That's like, you should put a cold cloth on his face. I don't know why. One time Abby had a candle fall on her head. She also fell in a fireplace and needed stitches. I am hysterical. If it's someone else, I'm fine. If it's a stranger, I'm calm, cool, and collected. If it's one of my children, I am useless. I am just a screaming psychopath. I don't know if you can relate to this. Let me know in the comments below how you deal with your children being injured. I'm not great at it. Okay, that's it. See you guys next time.